Hey everyone, Dr. Nate here. The most important part when it comes to managing lower back pain, whether it's acute or chronic, what do you think it is? If you said consistency, then you are right. Consistency is the key. And I find that there are certain universal principles that apply to everything. I guess that's redundant, universal in everything. But it is a true ism. And the consistency that I'm talking about is consistency with exercise and your home program, consistency with any habit changes that you might need to make, whether that is dietary, sleep, stress management, all of those things. So if you can find the things that are most difficult for you at this time, like out of those four categories, so sleep, stress, nutrition, and exercise. So out of those four categories, if you can find where you're lacking the most and prioritize one or two of those to start with, that'll be your action step for today. And be consistent with that. It's almost impossible to not make progress. It's almost impossible. I have not worked with, I don't know that I've worked with anybody who has, who was not a surgical candidate, who did not succeed when they were consistent with that. It's hard. It's definitely hard to be consistent. I get that. And we're going to talk about how to work on that and how to improve that. And part of it is having a belief within ourselves that we're even worth it. And I'm not going to go into that right now. I'm not going to get heavy on this video. In further videos, we will talk about that, because how we view ourselves and determining do we see ourselves as valuable, or do we not value ourselves, that can actually come out in how we treat ourselves. So it's really important to make sure that you have a healthy mindset in that way. What was I even talking about today? Consistency. So, but the main thing is consistency. It's super important. If you're not consistent, you're not going to get the result. That's just what it is. And if we're struggling with consistency, there are strategies to implement that we'll go into in other future videos. Cool. You know what? I lied. Let's go into some of the strategies right now. So people say they can't be consistent, they get distracted, they don't have time, they don't have energy, all these different things, right? And you don't have time, I don't believe you. There are people much busier than you who make time for the things that are important to them. You don't have energy. Okay, well, are you sleeping? Are you doing things that you enjoy or you don't enjoy? Are you just constantly fatigued? Are you eating enough? Figure out what is causing the lack of energy. And I know, yes, pain itself causes a lack of energy. So a good strategy there would be, okay, well, when are you most energized? Use that time to be active. Use that time to choose activity and doing things that are meaningful to you. Okay, so you can build in when you're feeling good and doing things that you enjoy. Those are two practical strategies to be more consistent. Also, usually people do have time, but they're not doing the things that they need to do because they get distracted, right? So removing all distractions is also very important. So, for example, if I'm making these videos, I put my notifications on do not disturb. My phone is in airplane mode. I am in a location where I know nobody will bother me, and I get to work. But if you constantly have distractions and your phone is constantly buzzing and your smartwatch is always buzzing, it's going to be very hard to be consistent with different things. And like I promised before in these other videos, this is a universal principle. So if you can apply this to addressing some of the pain issues you're having, you can also address this in other parts of your life. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and look at the link in the description below if you want to join my Facebook group. I would highly recommend you do that. And there's lots of people in there. We have great discussions about things similar to this. And then also just drop a comment below of any questions you have related to this topic. As always, stay strong, stay resilient, and I'll see you next time.